Good morning, Colorado. Welcome to Tuesday edition of Local Biz Buzz. I'm your host, Larry Hers, and today I have my good friend Jordan in from Homeslice Chip Company.
That's right. I'm here.
He's back. He was here for an episode with his lunch wired concept. Before we get into Jordan, let's talk about our sponsor. We are sponsored by Grip Places. It is an amazing new app. You could download it on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. And what it does is it matches the vibe you're looking for. So instead of looking it up by star ratings, which, you know, who knows who comes up with those star ratings? You're talking about crazy people who do the star ratings, right? And so they have cameras in the restaurants. So you can go to the app and be like, I'm in the mood for romantic. And it'll pull up romantic restaurants. Or you could just look by neighborhood and be like, oh, that looks like a place I'd like to go to. So it's something cool. Revolutionary, going to change the game. Give me a little history of you and Homeslice.
Yeah. So I've been on the show before, as Larry said, under our other company, Lunch Wired. We're a corporate catering company out in the tech center, and we've been in business since 2011. And that whole time we were making potato chips, and that was kind of driving some of the things that we were doing. And we got better at it over the years. And then this has really been a labor of love over 10 years. And then the pandemic made everything stop. So we kind of had to really figure out what we wanted to do, and this is one of the avenues that we really wanted to promote our knowledge of chips. And we came up, a good friend of ours, Zach, came up with a good name called Homeslice Chip Company. That's exactly
I don't know about a good friend. I wouldn't push.
Well, he's my good friend. I don't think you like him very much.
No,
but yeah.
Who does?
But we've always believed in the product. We use top quality products just like we do from Lunch Wired, and this is just an extension of that. And
So I met you by going to meet Zach for his cheesesteaks, and he was putting your chips on his cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
Which we don't need to get into that. But that's when I first had your chips, and you gave me some to take home. And like I told you before, my wife, who hates everything really, including me, was like, "Oh my God, these chips!" And we were like fighting over them, like who got to eat your chips. And I'm not like a chip guy. Like I could take them or leave them. These things are crack. I mean, this should be like kind of a warning label.
Maybe that's what we'll do. That's really good marketing right there. Yeah. I'll have to remember that one for sure.
It's definitely one of those, bet you can't eat just one kind of thing.
Yeah.
You cannot. And because they're light, you can eat a ton of them, which I don't know if that's good, but you can eat a ton of them. What was the first? Did you just do like a straight plain sea salt? Was that the first one you did?
I mean, honestly, we experimented with so many kinds of potatoes, and we focused in on this Yukon Gold potato.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Why Yukon Gold?
Well, it's got a really buttery, light flavor that's kind of innate in the actual meal of the potato, and the sugars are the kind of potato we buy. We buy like a premium quality potato, so the sugars they're bigger in all potatoes, the sugars are big at the beginning of the growing season after they're harvested. And then after that, they kind of get smaller and smaller and smaller. And this kind of potato, we've figured it out. So we've kind of got our washing down, we've got our treatment down, we've got all the processes to get this potato down. It's just, we got a real buddy with it over the years, and we understand each other now. It's a relationship.
Does other people use Yukon Golds?
Not that I've seen.
Okay.
It's usually used for like a mashed potato because it's got a buttery kind of lighter flavor. They're tricky to work with, and I think that's reason why a lot of companies don't. Plus, it's much more expensive.
Okay, that's a good reason.
Other than the quality and the cost, I mean, they're a finicky thing, but we've also figured out a good way to make them consistently, and we have settled on these 3 flavors to start with.
Okay, let's start with the sea salt.
Yeah, so the sea salt flavor, it's not overly salty. There's some innate salts in the actual potato, and that's kind of left over. But so we didn't really want to make it overpowering. But yeah, it definitely has elements of sea salt. The sweet barbecue here, it's a sweet and tangy barbecue. So I like smoke on certain things for sure. My personal opinion, and I think a lot of our clients really agree. Maybe it doesn't belong on a chip, or at least it doesn't belong on our chip. So this sweet barbecue it's my go-to. It's my favorite.
It was the one that
for me, yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, I like barbecue chips, but these are
they're light and sugary. And then this is probably the most cultish of all of our flavors. This is the Parmesan Garlic. People go kind of crazy for these ones. It's definitely one of the best sellers. It's just got it's a hefty amount of cheese and garlic on every single crisp, so you get it kind of throughout if you like Parmesan and garlic.
Let's talk about the packaging because it's really unique.
Yeah. So I, with our other brand, with Lunchwired and with Homeslice, the integrity is a big thing for myself and my partner. My partners Toby and Neil, and we just want to make sure that our clients know exactly what we're getting. It was a turnoff from the beginning that anybody could put any picture they wanted on their menu, and we never did that. We wanted to make sure our clients knew exactly what they were getting, and this is a learning process. We wanted to say, hey, you know what? Nobody can actually see. You never know what kind of potato chips you're going to get in a container. Then we went to this solution. It actually took a long time to find. But when we did find it, it's a tamper-proof it's tamper-evident container. So I don't know if you want to tear the seal off. I'll tear it off.
I don't want to do it wrong.
You can't do it wrong. So when you tear there, the seam kind of rips, and then you can see. I mean, it's exactly what It's a full tray of chips, and you always get that every time you open it.
So you don't have to put any air in there? Or
nitrogen? Nope.
And are there no preservatives, I'm guessing?
There's no preservatives in the chip. So in our cooking process, we go through several different stages, one of which actually leaches the oil out from the chip. So a tradition, when you make a French fry, usually you blanch them and then you fry at a higher temperature. We go through a similar process, but it's the oil's not just, we don't just stop there. We actually go through a de-oiling process where the oil, after it's set, we try to get as much out of it as we can, so it actually stays that way for a long period of time. So after we wash it, that's actually how we're able to kind of maintain the color and the consistency as close as possible, and still give you that buttery, sweet kind of flavor.
Now you got this big bag now.
Yeah. So that thing is brand new. That's a new kind of packaging that we're offering as a wholesale product to other catering companies, other restaurants, as a way to kind of up their game as far as sides, and something they don't have to mess with. What's available through other distributors is you can buy a frozen something and then fry it yourself, and then you get what you get, which could be good or bad. But this at least allows you to give something that's super high quality, something that's locally made.
Let's talk about where can people buy your chips.
Yeah. So we've had a lot of success in a very short period of time. We've only been active under this brand for about a month and a half, but we are at, very proudly, Tony's all three markets.
Nice.
We're at Lever's Locavore.
Love Lever's.
We are at both Davidson's Liquors that across town. We're at Lucas Liquor. We are also at Bonnie Bray. Big shout out to them because they really helped us out. They're a great local company. We've had a long working relationship under both companies. And we also are in Evergreen Market, if you're up that way. It's a brand new, it's a cooking school. They've been in business a long time. And they just took our product on. We're also at Bear Valley Wine and Spirits. So
can people come to you and pick them up?
They definitely can come to Lunchwire and pick them up. We have them on sale all the time.
Which is where?
So it's at 12201 East Arapahoe Road, and that's Unit C3. So if you plug that in on Google for Lunchwire, it'll come right up.
Kind of a little bit hidden in the back.
A little bit hidden in the back. But that, for our catering company, gives us access to the whole area.
I'm telling you, if you like chips, if you don't like chips, game changer right here. This is going to be big if it isn't already. You should be nationwide. These chips are that good.
Well, I appreciate it. I just want to add one more thing. So as we're kind of getting the word out, I know a lot of restaurants are struggling with trying to find help, and they need a table-ready solution. That was one of the other thoughts along this container. So your staff doesn't have to handle the product. All they have to do is tear off the lid, and it's ready to go right at your table. So you just tear this. Well, we'll do this guy, I guess, so you can see the demo again. You just tear like that, and it's table ready. It's not perfect for every establishment, but certainly for any brew pubs that are out there, or ready to go.
Yeah, you can see right through it.
Have them.
I'm gonna have them all. I'm gonna have a bunch. I'm gonna be nonstop all day. This crack right here. Jordan, what's your website?
So it's homeslicechip.com.
Can you order on there?
Not yet, but you will be able to.
You definitely need that.
You will be able to.
And will you be able to? Will you think about shipping?
So shipping, all that stuff is coming coming online.
Yeah.
Yep. So we, I guess I can blurt this out. So so we are, we're about a couple weeks away from launching an Amazon page that will be able to feature this product, and you'll be able to get it shipped anywhere across the country. And then as far as wholesale goes, we will have a portal directly on our website that you can order from us, and then we'll ship those things to you via UPS.
Awesome. Great to see you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
And more importantly, thanks for bringing me some chips today.
Absolutely.
Because I am going to eat most of these. I might give you one or two, Josh.
Thanks.
There's no what's for lunch today. I shall be eating lunch at Smoke Barbecue downtown. And then we'll be back out what's for lunch in local Biz Buzz tomorrow. Let's eat. Been too long.